5 seconds later after my last video. They're not even going to be connected. I just did a video on how idiots are so dumb. You should watch it, it's really good. I love my life and my perspective. It's like absolutely the most wonderful perspective to reside in. Anyways, I'm doing this video so I can do my birth story number 7 of a live birth. 7.5 if you want to include my miscarriage. So, by baby number 7, I'd already killed it with unassisted birth with my baby number 6. And there's a few things I actually missed to mention on that. So one of them was I had alcohol, which was wine, to help me relax in my labor, and I did drink it, but I barfed all of it. So I didn't even think it gave me a buzz. But then what I did that did help, you'll have to listen to my birth story to find out what that was. Another interesting, amusing part about my birth number 5 that I left out was that the DR, the DIR, as I refer to them, was insisting that I was too old and that I had had too many babies, that I was a high risk, which in fact what made me high risk had nothing to do with any of those things. But I was 35, brain damage, that's not old. Like 300 is old, okay? Your body is literally built and created to live like as long as you fucking want. And the only reason it's deteriorating is because y'all are following shit advice that's fucking you. Me included, I've done it, like fuck. So, like, I just found that so comical, and that was only my 5th child. So, you know, less than 100 years ago, women were popping out 10, 20 kids, no problems, but now we're such pathetic losers that at 35 we can't even have produced 5 children. And it's due to age and number of kids, according to this fucking retarded person that paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to become a drug dealer for women and children. Oh man, but she was trying to convince me to get my tubes tied. I was just like, fuck off. And no, I didn't. I was just like, yeah, sure. Like, you kiss their asses, because they're ego-ruled psychopaths. That's what they actually are. And our government is ruled by ego-ruled psychopaths. So they help each other out and empower each other legally. So if I say peep to them and get their little buttholes all injured, guess who gets fucked? Yeah, right here. So I'm not stupid. I ain't trying to convince them or change them. I'm just doing my thing, because they can bullshit us all they want. But it is us who believe them and do the harmful things that they're suggesting that we do. Or it is us that go, yeah, okay, peace out, and don't believe jack shit, because it is jack shit. And then we go do our thing anyways, despite them. So at this point, I'm on, after this doctor, superior god person, according to retarded people, had told me that I was high risk. I just had killed it at my next following birth, after she said I would surely die, and so would the baby. I boom, 2.5 hour labor, whatever it was, around there, squirt that baby out, no hemorrhage, I'm on fire, like I freaking killed it. Best birth ever. Best birth ever. Okay, if I had known what I knew, I would have done it always that way. Then, now, I'm on my 7th solo birth, and I already killed it on the other ones. I already knew that my body definitely functioned. There's a big diet, idiot. But at least I was doing some, even though it was very minimal. Like, I would do the tiniest amount, because I was still sold on the bullshit of, like, you know, eggs or butter or whatever, but just, like, not even enough, right? It's just so minuscule. So I can't remember exactly. I did write the birth story. It's on my website, so just go find the birth story of love. But I woke up you know, feel like I need to go to the bathroom. I can't remember, poop or pee, one or the other. And can't remember. Well, there was like mucus plug crap or whatever. And not crap, wonderful stuff that indicates you're in labor. And you know, I kept feeling like I need to go to the bathroom, and so I snuck, let's see, can't remember. There's a point where I kicked my now ex-husband out of my room because the mofo was like nuts and would not let me sleep. He's like up all night looking out the windows. He was trying to rape us or some shit, like constantly. It's like, fuck, just let him rape us already. I just want to fucking sleep, dude. So there was a point where I kicked him out of my room. So I can't remember if at that point I was in the room by myself. I'd co-sleep with my kids, or if he was still in there. Point is, of course, I didn't let him know that I'm in labor. So I'm doing my thing, whatever, and the bathtub involved. I can't remember, but I went in and out of the bathroom a few times to get, you know, juice or whatever. I'm doing a shit job on this first story. You gotta read the story. It's good. It's all there. But I think I was trying to drink the wine, but it just wasn't doing anything. It was making me sick, so I didn't even drink it. And then I tried to smoke the marijuana, and that didn't seem to be doing it. Like, everything was just moving so fast, so intense, so quick, that nothing was doing anything. And so I go out to get juice or whatever, some like juice with, you know, like cold juice. I just wanted some cold drink. And my baby daddy was out there, and I was just having such strong rushes and just like super intense. I think I was walking around I go out. Things like, oh man. Okay, so I go out and it's dark to get, I think, the wine. I was trying to find a wine bottle opener. And I feel like wiggling at my feet. And I turn on the light and there's weevils like everywhere. And I'm like, what the F? Because I had like totally cleaned my house. And I don't understand where these weevils are coming from. Like, when you have as many kids as I have, like, nightmares happen. And you just don't even know they're going to happen. So I didn't want to wake up my ex. I didn't want to wake up any of my other kids because they're all kind of like paranoid, like drama, bullshit stuff. No offense, love you guys. But my sweet little Trinity, I decided to wake her up to help me clean up the weevils, I think. I can't remember exactly. I know I cleaned up some of them, but the rushes were coming like super strong and one after the other. And I had a Chuck's pet like between my legs in case like my water exploded or whatever. And or maybe I got her up to get me juice. I don't remember. I got her up for something. It's in the story. Go read it. It's good. And anyways, at some point my ex woke up and I was having a rush or whatever, and I ran into the bathroom and gosh, I'm doing shit on this story. I can't believe I'm forgetting like so much. But I ran into the bathroom and I pushed him back, like, get away from me, close the door, lock it thing. And then I'm just like being so vocal and so noisy. And of course, since I woke up my daughter, she woke up her siblings and were like, Mom's having a baby. And so they're all in the room like super excited. And I don't remember like when my water popped. But at some point that happened, and then I felt like the baby's head was right there, and then the rushes were coming on really strong when I ran back in the bathroom and kicked my ex out and wouldn't let him come in, and then like huge roaring, like rah! In one push, this 8-pound baby came twisting and spiraling like a this is what I felt inside my birth canal and vagina, like he just came flying out, head, body, and all in one push. And then my vagina was like freaking out. I was like, but like, it was pulsating like that, and then it was just like excruciating, like pain, and like I'm like screaming, I'm like, oh, like just in pain. My poor baby's on the, not on the ground, but like I had this very thick floor mat and, Chuck's pads on top of that. And it was just under my kitchen, or not my kitchen, my bathroom sink. There may have been me getting in and out of the tub too. I can't remember that. But when he was born, I was hanging off of my sink, and the way my sink is, it's like empty on the bottom. Like there's nothing on the bottom. It's just a sink, and it's like a pedestal sink maybe. I can't remember what those are called, but so I'm hanging off of that. It's roaring, and then the baby comes spinning out onto this cushioned mat totally safely, but he just like spun. It was so wild and interesting and great. But then my vagina's freaking out, and it wouldn't chill, and so I yelled for, I think my ex at that point came in maybe, because I didn't lock the door, I just pushed him out and closed it. Anyways, he came in, I said, please go get me like some frozen produce, or like some berries or something, because what I actually wanted was my frozen herb pads that I'd made prior, but I didn't think he was smart enough to be able to find them. So, he got me that, and it helped a little, but not enough. And so I was, my vagina did stop freaking out to the level that it was, but I was like, no, I need my herbal pads. Please go find those. And I described to him what it looked like, whatever. Anyways, he was able to find them. And they're like frozen solids, so I should have had one at least in the fridge or something. Once I went into labor, I should have thought of putting one in the fridge, but I didn't. But even though it was frozen solid, I put it down there and to the best of my ability, and immediate relief. Highly recommend having those on hand, period. There's times I've had them and I didn't even use them. Doesn't matter, because when you need them, you need that shit. So I put them on, I'm like, sweet relief. Fuck yeah. And my vagina totally chilled out and everything, and then I think I told him to pick up the baby, wrap it up, wrap with the blanket or a towel that I'd had there, while I chilled my vagina out. And then once it totally relaxed, then I had him hand me the baby. I don't remember when I had him hand me the baby, but I don't think I had him hand me the baby yet. But as soon as I got my vagina to chill out, then I felt high as hell. I was the alcohol and the weed kicked in, I think. I could finally feel it. Or I was just high and excited that I did this, I birthed my baby again. And so when I stood up, I felt my placenta plop from the top of my uterus to the bottom, so I knew it was completely detached. I felt it, it just... So I stepped over, I think before I had him handing me the baby, I stepped over this bowl that I'd prepared for the placenta delivery, and I just, kind of pushed a little and pulled on the cord, which I only did because I knew for 1,000% sure that it was totally detached. It was detached. There was no placenta attached. Once your placenta is totally detached from your uterus, it's no longer attached to you. It doesn't matter if you pull on the cord or not. It's very dangerous if you're not sure. So don't be an idiot. Make sure that you're freaking sure. So I just very gently pulled, and it just all came plopping out into the bowl, and I was like, fuck yes, I'm done. I'm so excited, like freaking I did it again. And 2.5 hours too, ish. So I had him hand me the baby, and I can't remember if I went to the room and cut the cord or what the story was, but I felt if it was pulsating and it was not, it was limp and white, it was no longer feeding blood to the baby. And for people that get all mental about it still feeding blood to the baby and you should keep it attached to the falls off, I'm sorry, that's retarded. What animal walks around with their young still attached to the placenta? Zero. That's how many. So humans go from one extreme to the motherfucking other, and I don't really care what research bullshit crap shows, okay? I'm an animal, and what the animals do is as soon as the baby's born, they eat the placenta, the end. So that's what I do. I cut that shit off as soon as it's not feeding the baby blood anymore, and then I eat that shit in a shake or whatever, okay? Because that is my nourishment back to getting back what I gave to make this baby and birth it and stuff. So, if you don't agree with that, I don't care. Go walk around with your fucking baby attached to the goddamn placenta for days on end. Stupid, in my opinion. I don't find anything romantic or logical about it. So, teach his motherfucking own. So cut that shit, boom, get rid of it. My baby's born. Let's move on with life. Go sleep the rest of the night. I was tired. I wasn't tired. I was pumped, actually. So I had bought this glass container, kind of like this, to put my placenta in, to put in the fridge or freezer. So I'd given that with the placenta and everything to my ex, and I told him, please go put that in the fridge or freezer. I might even let him cut the cord, because if you listen to my last birth, he had some tizzy fit about that and mental attacks. So what happens when you marry 5-year-olds in adult bodies? They have tantrums, but it's all adulty. Ugh, it's horrible. My God, I'd rather be alone. Thank you very much. So I am alone now. It's great. But I'm doing whatever the hell I'm doing, and I hear this crash and boom. Well, the idiot dropped the bowl, and there's blood and placenta everywhere. So that's Karma's bitch, pussy. Of course, he was being a total dick then. He'd actually threatened me just a month before that if I didn't do his taxes for his business, that I was going to go to prison, and he didn't fucking care. And I'm sitting there pregnant as fuck with his child, and he didn't give a shit about me. He was literally evil as fuck. Evil as fuck. Told my kids out, he doesn't care if I live or die, and all this kind of shit. It's what the fuck? At least it's something. So, of course, I'm gonna get him to help me. I just squirted out a baby, and yeah, I fucked him and made a baby. I'm an idiot, obvious. Took advantage of free dick and made a baby. I was kind of tricked into it. Meaning that I did use protection, but somehow, weird, there was a hole in the condom or something. Anyways, besides the point, I love my baby, that particular baby, and all my babies, so I don't regret them, and everything has taught me and made me the person that I am now, which may not be appreciated by other people, but it's really appreciated by me. I enjoy my version of events now because of all the nightmare I put myself through. So the point is he dropped my placenta and got my blood all over the little pussy ass. Yeah, I was I was laughing my ass off because I was like, Karma's a bitch. And I don't even have to do nothing. It just does, Karma does the shit for us, right? So it's so funny. And I could hear my kids giggling or whatever from the other room. I knew they were dying to find out and see and meet and whatever, so can't remember if I just called them or if I had the ex go get them. But they came in and were like, so excited, love the baby and all this stuff. And, of course, little Willow, he's so freaking cute. And I didn't give you the names of my other babies, because I guess I could have, whatever. Maybe I'll put it on the beginning of each video. Maybe not, probably not. It's a lot of work to edit that shit in. But Willow's birth story is already on my website with his name, so whatever. So yeah, I was just so excited. You know, I couldn't even barely sleep, and announced to everyone in the world that I killed it again, kicked ass again, boom! And that was the story of Willow Love. To get the details I missed, go to wildmotherswisdom.com and read his story. It's in Childbirth and Parenting blog, something that effect. And enjoy. Peace out. Mwah.